How's everybody out in TV land? I hope they're doing well. Thanks for you guys joining us. Kim and I from Dynamark, and I believe Jonathan Bird is with us in marketing. Jonathan, are you out there as well?
Yep, I'm here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we have our team, everyone, and we are excited about today's special guest, M2M. If you're not familiar with M2M, a fantastic product that is taking the industry by storm with its its commitment to providing solutions for many of our old generation of landline as we go into the digital age. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce you to our special guest who's going to speak more on that. One of the executives from M2M has taken the time to join us. Before we do that, though, however, what I like to do is just share my screen with you guys and share some of our exciting products of what's happening over here at Dynamark. I always like to take a moment to let everyone know on the call what's some of the new features and services we do offer. This is, after all, our webinar, and I don't want to leave without giving you the opportunity to know more about what's going on over here at Dynamark. Recently, I was reaching out, I guess, Kim, it was this week, and I was heading in Tennessee, and some of our dealers were asking us about, what's really happening at Dynamark? What are some of the new features? And I got to tell you, when we were talking, it was pretty exciting that I was able to share with them that we do have some new features that I haven't shared recently, but I think it's now time for us to share them with the public. So for those of you who are on the call, I'd like to go ahead and tell you a little bit more about our exciting relationship that we've developed with the new company. Some of you may know this company. And we are excited to bring them on as one of our newest premier providers. If you're not familiar with who a premier provider program is, it is a specialty company, M2M being one of them, who provides a special product or service. For this presentation today, I want to share with everyone that we have secured a relationship with AFS, that is Alarm Financial Services, to offer credit lines available to our dealers for those who have a desire to grow their business. As it says here, Dynamark recognizes that to excel in your business, you need access to capital. The problem is, as most dealers, and we all know this, they don't know how to get it or when to use it. So what we've done is we have partnered with AFS to provide a solution. They have worked with hundreds of small, medium-sized business, security, fire, and PERS companies since 1987. And they're going to be able to offer you some of these benefits. First of all, making an acquisition. If you're looking to target and acquire other alarm companies or to purchase a block of accounts, they're going to help you be able to do that. We can assist you with the financing and negotiations to conduct due diligence. To buy out a partner, they can help you raise the cash necessary to buy out a partner and repay the loan out of cash flow. They can help you expand your business by providing you access to capital. It'll give you the ability to take your business to the next level and to increase marketing activities, hire new people, pay sales commissions, purchase equipment, on and on it goes. Refinancing existing debt. Let's say you have some debt out there that you'd like to refinance. This will allow you to lock up a term loan or a revolving line of credit with more competitive interest rates or more flexible terms. That always helps you for your business. So there's endless possibilities. We would encourage you, if those of you who are out there are interested in learning more, you can contact your regional manager. Or certainly you can reach us out. Kim, what is your email address? And if they do have an interest, they could reach you first, and then you could pass it on to the regional, correct?
Yes, absolutely. It is K for Kim, Summers, just like summer with an S on the end, ksummers@dynamarkmonitoring.com.
Thanks, Kim. So another thing I wanted to share with you guys, since we have just a couple of minutes before we get started on our special guest, and I wanted to this is a great segue into our special guest. One of the things that we offer here at Dynamark, and a lot of people are shocked by this, is we offer free resource library on how to grow your business right on our website. It's not locked down. There are quite a few things here that you would need your username and password as an active dealer of ours to go into here. But over here, as you'll notice, we have a resource library, and one of the sales resources that we offer are all available to our dealers. So I encourage those of you listening that if you're looking to grow your business, as crazy as this sounds, when maybe your competition, but in a way we help you grow. They are soon to be locked down further. We are going to lock more of these down further for only our active dealers, but for now, take advantage of them while they're there. But I wanted to point out to you that I mentioned the premier providers. And if you click this link, it's open to the public to look at. You can click the premier provider link, and there you will see that we have a list of all of our top premier providers. First, our group is panel manufacturers with 2 gig and Qualsys. Our security products partner name is Fast Security Products. For other security products, we have M2M. And I'm going to stop there and take a moment to introduce you to M2M Security Services. M2M is absolutely, to me, one of the most advanced, amazing products in the industry. As it says, it works with other alarm companies to boost their business with reliable and cost-effective hardware. I could read this for you, but the reality is we have the man from the company on the call. Mr. Boris, are you there today?
I am.
Excellent. I think Boris is just down the street, right? Boris, you're right around the corner down the street in beautiful.
Absolutely.
Tell everybody where beautiful you're sitting in.
Actually, I'm calling out from Europe currently, but
he is in Europe. Beautiful Europe.
Peter is in Boca Raton, as we
Peter's
speak.
in Boca Raton. Excellent.
Yeah.
These guys are world travelers. Let me tell you, they are some of our closest friends, world travelers. These guys love a party too. Isn't that right, Boris?
Indeed.
We have fun together. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing and give the ball back to Boris. Let me just pass this ball. First of all, Boris is one of the executives, himself and Peter, really the leaders of the company. They have developed just an amazing product. We have currently thousands of these at Dynamark. They understand the value of the Dynamark relationship, and so they have chosen to be one of our premier providers. And without further ado, I'm going to pass this ball to Boris. Boris, take it away and show them what it's all about.
Thank you. Thank you, Hank, for all the kind words, far too kind. So, good morning, everybody. Just a second. I'm clicking on share.
Take your time.
Great now?
Yep, it's starting to. I'll give you the sort of feedback as to when we see everything. Yep, now we're seeing looks like a PDF kind of presentation. If you want to go into full screen mode, we'll be able to see it. There you go. Perfect. Yep.
Okay, wonderful. So once again, thanks to Dynamark, one of our best partners in the United States, and probably one of the oldest partners. I may say almost 5 years now we are working with Dynamark, and it's one of the best partnerships that we've had so far. So thank you for everything, guys, and for the opportunity to speak in front of your dealers today. So roughly the agenda is I will make a short overview of the company, then talk a little bit more about the coming changes, the sunset, and the new LTE-M technology, and then a little bit more focus on the communicators themselves, and finally some words about the interactive features of the devices, the device management itself, and the applications that we provide together with all this bundle. I don't know how do we go around. If you have any questions, probably we can talk about it during the presentation or afterwards. Anyway, it's fine with me.
Excellent.
Okay, so a couple of words. M2M Services is roughly 12 and a half years old as a company. We started like 3 people, and now we are 45. We are constantly growing. First of all, initially from Bulgaria, then moved out to other countries in Europe, and from around 5-6 years now, we started working in the United States, followed by Canada, Mexico, and then we went down south to South America as well. The partners in the States are Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. I mean the cellular partners that we work with. in a couple of minutes, I will tell you a little bit more what are the options, what communicators with which provider we have. So the brands that we currently support are probably the most common brands that are there on the market. It's DSC, Honeywell, Interlogix, DMP, NAPCO, but virtually any alarm panel that has a ringing tip, a dial capture device, can be used with our communicators as long as it supports Contact ID, SIA, and from the last month we also support the Pulse 4+2 format. So actually the oldest panel that we managed to hook up on our communicator is a Moose somewhere from last century, which is, I think, a very, very good thing in itself. We have currently around 250,000 devices online and around 120 in the United States. So a little bit more about the coming sunsets. Luckily for everyone, the sunset has been postponed. Initially, it was announced for 2020, but after a lot of noise and probably a lot of this came from the security industry as well, it got postponed until 2022, officially from Verizon, and AT&T beginning of 2022, February, Verizon for December. But even as we speak, I don't know if some of you have already experienced glitches with the connectivity. We have, with our own devices, probably the oldest devices that we have on the market. They're already from 5 years in the United States. Here and there are some disconnects. For now, we manage those, but AT&T and T-Mobile, and recently Verizon as well, have openly admitted that they are in the process of gradually upgrading their networks. So this is something to keep in mind. Although the deadline is set for December and February, respectively, for Verizon and AT&T, we are yet to see glitches in the 3G and the CDMA connectivity because of those ongoing upgrades. So some words about the LTE category M that we currently use for our devices. It's different from the common LTE that many of the providers currently are using. Cat-M is a technology designed specifically for machine-to-machine business. This is what our company name stands for. M2M is actually machine-to-machine. So the Cat-M technology is different from the regular voice and data that you're currently using on your cell phones. It's designed to have a better penetration, use different bands and frequencies, and the longevity of the Cat-M network would be probably more than 10 years. This is currently out there officially from the technology makers. It's already implemented by Verizon and AT&T. And we have already tested it in some places, specifically to see the better in-house, on-premises, on-site signal penetration. So compared to a regular LTE device, again manufactured by us, this has roughly 20 to 30% better in-house coverage. Also, the technology itself is poised to be the foundation of the 5G. Hence, the 5G ready logo that we use in our brochures and presentations And also this logo, the 5G ready, is being currently used by some of the other players on the market that use the same technology, and as well by Verizon and AT&T. So that's probably in a nutshell for the technology and why we choose to use specifically that one. And then we go to our flagship device. This is, as far as we know, we've never seen a smaller communicator than that one. It's designed to work as a very, very simple and robust device. Each device has 2 SIM cards from separate providers. And when I say separate, I don't mean only AT&T and Verizon, but the SIM card manufacturers and the backbone that they use are separate. So the cards are in roaming, and they can connect to many of the providers available on certain territory. The device comes in 2 versions. One is purely AT&T, and the other one is AT&T primary and Verizon secondary. It's a DAO capture device supporting all of the protocols that I already mentioned: Contact ID, SIA, and Pulse 4+2. It also has the capability to upload and download via ring and tip to selected panels from the Honeywell, DSC, and Interlogix brands. In a couple of slides, I will tell you which are the exact panels that we support. We support them with the manufacturer's software, the DOS, the DL900, and the Compass. Each device that we manufacture comes with a smartphone app, both an end user and an installer app. Also, I will tell some more in a couple of minutes. We think that the device that we currently offer, especially this, the MNO2 LTE-M, is probably price-wise one of the best solutions on the market, both on the price of the device itself and the price of the cellular connectivity. So the other line of communicators that we are currently offering is the MQO3 line. Those are dual path devices for more critical installations that you would like to have both cellular and Ethernet LAN connectivity. They also have 2 inputs, 2 outputs, so more options to connect additional devices, appliances. Many of the customers even now are using those to let's say, open, close their garage doors, put on or off their sprinklers in the garden, blinds, music, whatever, anything that could be considered as a smart home. So you can hook it up, and it will pop up as an additional button in the smartphone app. Otherwise, the protocols are the same: Contact ID, SIA, Pulse. One more important thing, the upload-download capability, which for the MNO2 requires an additional device, here is integrated, so no need to purchase an additional module. Here it's built in. Those 2 devices are currently manufactured with a different module, which is with the mainstream LTE. It's not the CAP-M, so it uses the same backbone network as for the cellular, for the phones. Those devices come out of the box with AT&T and T-Mobile support. Each one of them has 2 cards, and each card can connect to AT&T and T-Mobile at the same time. The MQO3 LTE LAN won the last year's CSX Innovation Award in its category. So a communicator, a dual path communicator with plenty of options to hook up additional stuff, and also price-wise, one of the best in its range. From probably less than a month, mid-August, end of August, we also finished our UL certification. So we have the MTO3 LTE Fire device, which is UL 864 certified. It's a plastic box device, something different compared to all the current market players. So it comes with a recommendation that you need to put it in a metal enclosure that's UL UR certified listed. And depending from your local state fire marshals, probably some of you may decide to put it even into the box of the fire panel itself. A little bit more about the certifications. All the devices are UL and ETL listed for the following standards. The small red device, the MNO2 and the MQL3 are 985, 1023, 1610 for household fire, burglar, and central station commercial and residential communication devices. The commercial fire is also 1610 and the 864 listed. If any of you requires, I can send you the certification and the documents after the webinar. Those are a couple of words. For everything that we do, we try to do it as simple as possible. So the cellular is pre-activated, it's pre-configured to report to Dynamark. It's very quick and easy to wire it, to program it, and that's just a basic overview of some of the benefits of how fast it is to hook up one of our radios. A couple of more words about the remote panel programming. So as I already told you, the MNO2, the red device, requires an add-on module. You can see it here in the presentation. The MQL3 has the add-on module built in. You also need to have one modem per brand. So it's Honeywell or DSC or Interlogix. With one modem, with one USB modem, you can do upload and download to as much panels as you like from this brand. For Honeywell, this is the 15P, 20P, 21, and 20P SIA. For the DSC, you can see it down below. The Interlogix is mostly the NX series. As I already said, we use the software of the manufacturer, DOS, the Compass, and the DL900. You simply, instead of dialing a number, you dial the serial number of the radio. The USB modem is recognized as generic modem in any Windows operating system from 7 and above. And everything else remains as you are used to. So we have, on the smartphone side, we have an app for the end user. With the app, the end user can remotely arm, disarm, also view the event history back in time. We are currently working on a key bus integration for the most popular DSC, Honeywell, and Interlogix panels. when for those brands and for those models that we have a key bus integration, you will also be able to bypass zones through the app, rename them, and do a couple of more things that currently are not available. On the side of the installer, there are diagnostic features, reporting, overwriting the account number, configuring the device inputs and outputs for the MQL3 device, add, edit existing user accounts, and some of the important features. You can check the signal level of the communicator in real time, moving around the house, the premises of your client. In terms of the centralized management, we have a platform where you can group, see, manage your devices, upgrade the firmware, check again the signal strength, the inputs, outputs, and many other things. This is those are the features. A couple of more words about the app. So from dealer's perspective, from the alarm company's perspective, you can brand the app, put your logo on each of the app screens. It sits on the background of the app, and also on the contact tab, you can put your contact details. So practically we stay completely invisible for the end customer. This is our support site, support.m2mservices.com. Here you can find lots of useful information about the devices. You can download the brochures of the devices, and you can also check installation manuals, pack section, and step-by-step instructions, how to whatever that you would like to do. Probably I can go onto the website itself. Just a sec. Is that visible for everybody?
No.
Hank, do you see the website?
Let's see. Nope, it's black still. It's still black. Can you try it again?
Just a second.
I don't know if you're on two screens. You have to drag it over.
You are sharing Microsoft PowerPoint. Let me see. Share my screen. Okay, it's an option.
Yeah, well, it says starting to share content. Boris is starting to share.
Okay. Do you see it now?
There it is. Yep, we got it.
All right. So if you go to the programming section of the website, there you can see we have manuals for more than 50 of the most popular brands. For example, you can choose, let's say, Intellogix NX8. Click on it, and there it is. You have a manual with wiring, including the resistor, both for the MQL3 and the MNO01, which we already stopped, and MNO2. And finally, you have the wiring for the Mini plus the Ringer. This is for all the cases when you want, you have a remote location, you want to have access for remote upload, download, then you need one of these add-on modules as well. Or you simply put an MQL3. And the second section of the manual gives you a detailed step-by-step instruction how to program the alarm panel with all what you can see on the LED, or if the panel has a display, then you will see what's showed in the display. So the reason I'm showing all of this is because even now there are people that are not aware or are not using the support site, and once they hear about the support site, we know that they're very happy. Everybody, the feedback is that it's something that's very useful, and yeah, I just want to be sure that it's there. You also have a step-by-step instruction for the app, how you can use it, how you can configure it, how you make changes in the settings, etc. So, back to the presentation. Share PowerPoint. Thank you for your attention and for your time. That's all I had to say. Now it will be great if you have any questions, if you want to ask something.
Yeah, and after everyone, any questions you guys would like to ask, we'll unmute everything so many of you can ask questions for Boris. After any questions you have, I can go ahead and show the pricing real quick. But does anybody have any questions for Boris as far as technical or anything like that?
For Boris, on the Honeywell Vista 128 BTTs, are they going to be available for upload download soon?
For the moment,
Jim, go ahead and mute everybody while he talks. Yeah. Go ahead, Boris. Sorry. Hope you heard that question.
Yeah, I'm just moving towards the slide with just a sec. So, which was the Vista that you wanted to have?
The 128 BTT. The Honeywell.
Yeah. For the moment, we don't have any of the 128s supported.
Okay.
The reason for that is while the Honeywell grew, they acquired multiple brands in the portfolio, and many of the panels actually use different communication protocols to send the signals. So sometimes it could be quite difficult to crack those.
Does anybody else have any questions for Boris?
I have another one. If the radio's communicating in, if it stops communicating, do we get notification from our central station or from them?
Yes, you will receive a telco 2 fault. If for some reason the radio cannot transmit a signal or stop transmitting the signal, you'll have a telco 2 fault.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions, or do you have another question, sir?
I'm good.
Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead. Anybody else? All right. I'm going to show, go ahead. If you want to put it on mute, Kim, I'm going to go ahead and show everyone the pricing structure real quick before we hang up. I think, and then Jonathan mentioned that he's going to push it through to everyone else so you can get access to it later. But pass that ball to me if you would, and I'll do that real quick. Let's see here. I will share for everyone here. Here we go. So this is the pricing structure, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking through Dynamark's special pricing structure, I'm going to zoom this in just for you. Every device, I believe, that you have is listed on here. There we go. And so devices are between $83 and $150. It's a one-time fee. Monitoring, you can see here that on the first, second, third, and fourth one, that includes our basic monitoring as well. 550, 650, 1150, 1350, and then one USB modem unlimited up and down, or 950 if you would like to get that device as well. One of the fees that would normally have to be charged by dealers, they're waived. Activation fees waived. Deactivation fee is also waived. Reactivation fee is something no one can avoid, so that would be $10 if you reactivate it. Does anybody have questions on the pricing? Kim, if you'll unmute them just so that we can give them one last shot to ask any questions on pricing. Does anybody have any questions on this specific pricing? I guess not. Go ahead and unmute him, Kim. Or mute him, sorry. So, guys, what we're going to do is Jonathan will make sure that you have access to be able to see this and look at it later. We can push that through. This is the devices. This is our little cut sheet for you to take a look at. As you can tell, we put a lot of effort in partnering with the best of the best, and certainly Boris and his company has proven to develop one of the most amazing products out there. Boris, we do thank you for your time, sir. We do appreciate you taking time all the way from beautiful Europe to speak with us.
Thank you, Hank. Thank you. Tim?
What time is it over there, Boris?
It's 6:40 p.m.
See, instead of eating his lovely dinner with his wife and kids, he's talking to us. What a committed guy. We appreciate that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time. We are going to push that. Look for your after we get done off the webinar. You'll see something come through, and that'll give you access to go further and get some information. If you have more information, go to Summers@Dynamark Monitoring. Send Kim an email. She'll go to the appropriate regional, and then we'll certainly give you a call to talk to you more individually. Everyone, thanks again for taking the time out. Look for some more emails coming up next month for other premier providers. And also look for some upcoming training. So it's called DynaTrain, and we also provide free training as well. Thank you again, and we'll see you next month. Bye-bye.